Rafael Nadal is making his long-awaited return from injury at the Brisbane International. Rafael Nadal's coach has dispelled an urban legend about his charges comeback. Carlos Moya claimed that the 37-year-old didn't need matches and rhythm to adapt to be competitive after an injury layoff, even if it would take a few months for the Spaniard to get back to his best. But Moya was still concerned that Nadal wouldn't be able to play every tournament he wanted to in what is expected to be his final year on tour. Nadal is making his long-awaited comeback after 12 grueling months on the sidelines after receiving a wildcard into the Brisbane International, where he takes on old foe Dominic Thiem. The former world number one suffered a potentially career-threatening injury at last year's Australian Open and spent months wondering whether he would be able to play again. After going under the knife in June, the 22-time Grand Slam champion is finally ready to return to the singles court. There are plenty of question marks over how he will fare, given that he has never spent so long out of competition, but Nadal's coach has already rubbished the idea that the 37-year-old needed lots of matches under his belt. The fact that Rafa needs matches and rhythm is a bit of an urban legend because he has been injured many times for 5 to 6 months and had never left the top 10, the 1998 French Open winner told Eurosport. While Moya was confident that his man would be competitive from the off, he knew that things would be more difficult this time around. He continued, "That means that he adapts perfectly to what there is. But this time, it's a little different. It's being 37 years old, going through the operating room, fatherhood. There are many things that make everything different, but our trust in him is absolute. We know that it is going to be an arduous and hard road, that the final goal is to be in competition. And it will be achieved now. But being in competition, he will try to be as competitive as possible. I think we will see a very good version of Rafa, but this time he is going to need a couple of months." It comes as no surprise that Nadal's team looking to March or April as the time that he could rediscover his best tennis, as the Spaniard's priority will be the clay season and the French Open, especially with the Olympics also taking place at Roland-Garros this year. But it means that he could be forced to skip some tournaments he wants to play in order to stay fit and injury-free. We will have to go week by week, watching the games he plays, being very careful with the loads of the games, with the breaks, the overloads, Moya explained. We have always looked at it, but this time it will be essential if the idea is to get to Roland-Garros in the best possible way. It's going to be key to be careful with all of that.